We must adopt his cunning or perish. That is why you, who are now chief, have been taught the white man learning.
That is left to our tribe only the gold hidden in our hair. This is the robe of your father.
It is lined with the feathers of the eagle.
The eagle is strong and wise.
The feathers are soft. They signify love.
Therefore, be strong and wise. Love and protect your people. Come in. Oh, hello, Moya. Well, I'm glad to see you. Well, are we going to be partners and work that gold mine of yours?
No.
Why not? Haven't I always been your friend?
I have talked with the wise ones of my people. They do not believe you walk straight.
They don't. Well, they don't understand these things. They haven't been to school like you have. We'll just forget them. You and I'll handle this.
I must listen to my people.
Why, you're the smartest man in the tribe. We both know that. What do you say we stop this nonsense and get down to business?
No.
All right, Moya. But I have an idea you're going to change your mind and probably tell me all I want to know about that hidden mine of yours.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. How'd you make out? Round up the boys and go to work.
Right away.
I guess the boss will be glad to see this one. Well, if you're asking me, I'd rather have that horse than a dozen Indians. Yeah, except the horse can't tell us what we gotta know.
Miss, mighty close. You ain't got a drink on you, have you, Doc?
No. You ain't got a drink on you, has it, Brick?
No.
gotta grease them wheels.
Wheels, nothing. It's that walleye galoot we picked up at Tucson. Somebody must have dropped a nickel in it, and he's been making noises ever since.
Does your tooth still hurt you?
It isn't my tooth. It's my teeth. All of them.
Well, there's no need to suffer like this. There's a doctor up on the driver's seat.
Better wait and look up a good dentist at Madrone.
Right on this coach is the finest doctor and dentist in Arizona.
Better wait.
Oh, Bert, would you stop a minute, please?
Hey, there's a sick man down there. You better pull up.
He was sick when he got on.
No two ways about it. It's got to come out. Hey, whose is that? Yours or mine? Mine. Are you sure, Doc? Why, there's a hole in there big enough for a goat to live in. Give me here, I get you. Second left. Maxillary, back custard. Now open. Open. Hey, Bert! Wait a minute!
What for?
You got to pull this man's shoe!
I'm late now. Put it on the run.
Now, over the line, so they can't get to it from the outside. Wider, please. Okay, who's pulling this shoe? Well, I was just watching, Doc. Well, get back there and give me elbow room, because I may need strength on this one. This is worse than trying to catch an eel in a tub full of soft soap. Now, you rear back just as far as you can. 1, 2, 3. Hurt me worse than it did you, son. Hey, put on your watch chain. Well, I guess I'll go top there. We're getting more air. Thanks, Doc.
How'd you make out?
All right. I'm fairly sure I pulled the right one.
I told you to wait till we got to town. That's what you get for monkeying with a mule, Doctor.
That mule doctor happens to be my father.
Oh, well, maybe you don't know what I mean. It's a noble profession.
Nice trip, Bert. You know, that's the funny thing. We're up here from Tucson. How are you there, Doc?
Hello, Jack.
Mighty glad to see you. 2 weeks is a long time to be away from your prospective bridegroom.
Oh, we had a grand time, though. Didn't we, Dad?
Well, if you call looking at every petticoat and thingamajig in every store in Tucson a grand time, then we did. But I tell you, I'm mighty grateful that I've only got one daughter to pick out a wedding outfit for. Oh, hope that ain't my shaving mug. Hazen? Here's your passengers.
Oh, welcome to the dome, Mr. Gale.
Thanks.
I'm Fordyce Mortimer. Mortimer here's a student from the East. He wanted some field experience, so I brought him along. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, of course not. Glad to have you, Mr. Mortimer.
Thank you.
I suppose you and Miss Belding got acquainted on the trip.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Gale is out here to help me. He's a mining engineer and quite an authority.
He seems to be quite an authority on doctors, too. Mule doctors.
Mule doctors?
Mr. Gale had the impression that you were one.
Man and boy, 40 years I've been on my job and never been called in by a mule yet.
Well, you may be. Any time now.
Well, come along, Judy. I expect that sounds waiting for me to get back.
Well, we go inside.
Mr. Kazin, what are your instructions?
Here are some rough maps of the mountains. Now, they're not very complete, but I suggest you study them and get ready to pack and begin your search. Now, these are the Superstition Mountains. Somewhere up there is the richest gold mine in this section of the country.
All we have to do is find it.
That's your job. Oh, the mine is there, all right. The Indians know about it.
Is it nugget or quartz?
Both. But apparently the Indians over a period of years have picked up all the free gold.
Well, does the mine belong to the Indians?
You know how those things are. It belongs to the first white man who finds it. We used to have quite a nation of Indians in this territory, but they're dying out. And those who remain are a nuisance, suspicious of old white men.
You can't blame them for that.
Well, we've got something to say about it. The future of this community depends upon the proper development of its resources.
Pardon me, but would you mind telling me what this is?
That's an Indian war club.
Well, what do they do with it?
Why, they hit people on the head with it. That's the way they settle their disputes.
Thank you.
Of course, I needn't remind you, this may mean a fortune for both of us.
How many times do they hit you with those things?
Just once.
Oh? Oh. How could I have a toothache anymore? He pulled it.
You've got lots of teeth, and several of them are aching.
I'm not going to do it. Why should I take a chance on losing another tooth just because you want to see that girl again?
Now listen, Ford. You're a friend of mine, aren't you?
Yes, I am, but I haven't any...
All right. You don't mind helping me out. It can't hurt you.
Well, it did before. And you don't know how strong that old doc is. Friendship or no friendship, I positively will not go in there.
Your poor friend seems to have an awful lot of trouble with his teeth.
Yeah, it's a funny thing. There seems to be a definite strain of toothache running through his family.
Well, and I suppose you came along to be helpful.
Well, to break out with the plain truth of the matter, I'm going up into the mountains tomorrow.
Not till tomorrow.
Thanks. And I knew you'd think it strange if I didn't drop around and say goodbye.
I don't think I would have noticed it.
Oh, probably not at first, but as the days passed, it would have grown on you. You see, I couldn't leave knowing you'd feel that way about it.
You always worry like this about young ladies?
First time in my life I've ever been concerned. And it really troubles me. Maybe you'd better play something. Just for me. I know a better one. That's the way you make me feel.
You don't affect me that way. It's still that.
I was afraid of this.
Afraid of what?
I'd fallen in love. Poor fellow. It'll be pretty rough on him
What?
when he finds out you're going to marry me.
The pure mountain air will help you.
Why don't you change that ring to your thumb?
Why should I?
Well, from now on, it won't mean anything to you on that finger.
Just a minute.
Doc, what was in that? I swallowed it.
Keep it. Best thing in the world for you. What's been your imagination? Can't find anything in the world wrong with you.
I haven't any imagination.
No? Well, maybe your friend has.
He has.
Miss Belding has convinced me I'm going to like this country. How are you feeling, Ford? All right?
Oh, fine, just fine. Maybe I can do the same for you sometime.
You won't have to worry about him anymore.
You've done a great deal for both of us, Doctor. I'll drop in again the minute I get back to town. Good day.
Good day.
Good day, Doctor. Good day.
Good day.
Pretty fast thinker. That's smart, that young engineer. Reminds me of a young fellow I used to know by the name of Belding. I sort of like him.
Well, I don't. He called you a mule doctor.
Well, Gail. This is my brother, Glenn.
Glad to know you. How are you?
I'm Fordyce Mortimer.
Glad to know you.
How do you do?
As I told you, Glenn considers himself an authority on the Superstition Mountains. He just volunteered to act as your guide for a few days while you look the country over.
Thanks. I hope you don't get tired of the job. No, I won't.
Well, I'm just dying to get into those mountains.
Whoa! 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 Wait a minute.
He was about to attack me and my horse.
Not him. He's just a gopher snake. He wouldn't hurt you. See? Perfectly harmless. Oh, he doesn't look it. These things catch gophers and bugs. It's against the law to kill one of them. In fact, out here, it's about the only thing it is against the law to kill. Yeah? Well, I still don't like the look in his eyes. Have it your own way, Moya. I'm in no particular hurry. That gold isn't going anyplace, and you're not going anyplace either. That is, until you tell me where I can find the mine.
He'll talk yet. Well, he ain't said nothing in 3 days. And if you ask me, a mule would talk quicker.
Oh, he'll come around. Besides, I've got another angle.
I'll slice some more bacon, Randy.
There's enough there for 6 men.
I'm so hungry I could eat our pack horse.
It's a good thing we're going back to town tomorrow. The way you're eating, there won't be any supplies left.
Well, I've got an appetite now that you promised to get me out of here in the morning.
I thought you were crazy about this country.
Oh, I am. I am, but you know, I don't like the way those Indians followed us this afternoon.
You wouldn't let a few redskins scare you, would you?
Indians mean nothing in my life. Did you know that my great-grandfather drove the Redskins out of Kentucky? Well, we're born Indian fighters, we Mortimers. I don't know, I guess it's just in the blood.
Mountain belongs to Indians. White man, go back. Sure. You're absolutely right. We were just about to leave.
Of course these Indians belong to you mountains. Mountains, yes. Me and my family have been friends of the red men for 100 years. Maybe 200 years. He acts like he didn't understand a word I said. Glenn, explain it to him, will you? Tell him we're getting in. Go out. Go on, tell him.
I'm leaving you boys here. I've got to ride by my ranch and see how things are going. Besides, I've got some big business in Queen City. Is she pretty? Plenty.
How are we going to get out of these Indian-infested mountains without you?
You just follow that trail and you can't help it. I'll see you in a couple of days. Thanks.
Goodbye.
Come on.
Whoa. Hey!
Aren't you taking the wrong trail?
All trails lead out of these mountains, and right now that's my life's ambition. Where are you heading for? We're trying to get out of these mountains. We work for Mr. Chetney Caisden. What do you do for Caisden? We're finding a mine for him. We've got important news. Are you them mining engineering fellas?
That's right.
And your news is important? Oh, very important. Well, I can save you a trip to town. You'll find the boss right up this trail away.
Thanks.
What do you want to do, kill him? No. I'm trying to get some information.
What sort of information?
Moya here knows where our mine is.
Let him go. I'll get it in my own way.
I brought you out here as a mining engineer, Gale. Now, if you don't like the way I'm running my business, get out. All right.
I will.
Very well. I'll be down in my office a little later and settle up with you. Get going. How do you suppose those fellows found their way in here? They must have just stumbled across us. Yeah. It'd be funny if those two boys stumbled over a cliff. I figured you'd think of that. See the boss? Sure, we saw him. Everything is just dandy. Hey, Randy. Where you going? That's not the way back.
Come on and keep quiet.
Hey, back to camp. Dixon wants to see you. See, I want to get out of these mountains.
So do I. But I have a feeling Caisden hopes we'll meet with an accident. There goes your accident.
Well, I never thought that mining would be anything like this. Isn't there anybody on our side?
Come back here.
What's the matter now?
We're staying here till after dark.
Well, what for?
There's something I want to attend to before I get out of these mountains.
Well, I was hoping to die of old age like normal people.
I can't figure out how we missed them, fellas.
Maybe they're smarter than the boss thinks they are.
Some people can do a lot of thinking without it showing.
Better not go any closer, Ford.
You'd better not either.
I think I can work my way into camp on the other side. But
Hey, do I have to stay here alone? Whoa. Hey, Barney, what time is it?
I'll go to sleep. Knock again, louder.
Oh, it's you and your toothache, huh?
Knock again. Doctor!
Hey, if you don't get out of here, I'll pull every tooth out of your head.
A man's been hurt.
But why didn't you say so? Fetch him in. He's pretty badly cut up. Where'd you find him?
Up in the mountains.
You brought an Indian all the way down here?
I brought a human being who needed quick attention.
What happened? Tried to punish him?
No, a white man. Because he wouldn't tell the location of the mine his people owned.
Maybe that was the mine that you were supposed to find, huh?
Yeah. But Cajun thought this was a quicker way.
Chet Cajun?
Yeah. A friend of yours, didn't he?
Of course, I can understand how you feel about a thing like this. You've got to remember this is a new country now. It'll be hard to tell who owns what. But somebody's going to win, and somebody's got to lose.
This is no way to win.
Well, we make up our own rules as we go along.
They might not be very good ones.
Well, maybe not. We've got to believe in them.
Is this the plan you want?
Smells like a whole drugstore. It is the drugstore of the Indian. Yerba Buena. It will make me strong again. We need more.
But I've combed the whole desert.
Look in shady places, where the ground is moist and rocky.
Did you say moist? In this oven?
Two times before, we have almost lost the mine because of cases. In white man's school, I learned a big lesson. Courage.
That's us, all right.
The mine will no longer pay as the Indians will.
You need the way of the white. Tomorrow, I will take you to the hidden mine. You will show it.
Well, we'll see what can be done about that later.
Now, don't be a pig. All I want is just a little bit of that for a friend, and then I can go away and you can stay here and raise your family in peace and quiet. Go on, shoot. Shoot. Go home. Miss, your aim's bad. Now, you crawl on off before I lose my temper. Yourself. Now, listen, you can't bluff me. I met your brother or your uncle or somebody up in the mountains, and he didn't make all this fuss. Now, crawl on off before I kick you. All right, if you want to play tough, that suits me. I offered you a chance to go on home, but now I'm going to throw you 20 feet, and I hope you get a stomachache.
You fool, that was a rattlesnake.
Well, he didn't fool me. I knew him for what he was all the time.
Yeah, well, the next time you hear a you better start to jump.
Would you mind not making that noise?
I don't care where you look. I don't want any excuses. And don't come back until you found that Indian and Gale. If you ask me, I got an idea they hid out at the Indian village in the high country. Then find the village. Bring them out. No white man has ever seen that village yet. You'll find it.
Look at this. My. Good enough to make watch chains out of.
And it's all alike. The richest vein I've ever run across.
No wonder Cajun had his heart set on it. You know, maybe we should have joined up with him.
I'll mention your preference to Moya. I don't think he likes you very well anyhow.
Oh, now, listen, Randy, you know I was only joking.
Indians haven't much humor.
No, I was thinking of that. Do you suppose that Moya's outfit still carry their scalping knives?
Why not?
Well, how many of the tribe is Moya bringing with him from the village?
Oh, quite a bunch.
Oh, that's a lot of Indians. Especially if they decide that Moya did wrong in bringing us to their mine. You know, Randy, I like Moya. Fine type of Indian.
He can almost read your thoughts.
Hello, Moya. Certainly glad to see you. We sure did miss you, didn't we, Randy?
Hello, Moya.
This is Draco. And only men of my tribe can own them. In saving my life, you have become one of us.
I'm glad to be your friend, Moya.
Excuse me. I'm Fordyce Mortimer.
We've got a rich mine if this I say proves what I think. We've been any trouble getting with it.
I trust you.
Thanks. And don't worry about caves. Will you be here when I get back?
Yes. White men have never been to the village of my people. If ever you need to come there, give Draco his head. He will know the way.
Right. That was beautiful. But why did you stop? What's the matter, Biddy? What's come over you lately?
Please don't imagine things, Pet. Nothing's the matter.
I suppose it is natural for a girl to be nervous just before her wedding.
Of course.
Well, the whole town's excited about it. You'd think they were getting married instead of us.
I'm tired, Chet. If you don't mind.
Starting in to give orders already. Well, you won't have any trouble breaking me into harness. Good night, dear. I'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
No, I don't think so, because Grandma's pretty square. She's going to bite the next one that hurt her. Chet went home a little bit early, didn't he?
Oh, he probably had some work to do at the office.
Oh. You know, weddings are something like the measles.
Measles?
Yeah, you got to have them once get used to them. By the way, you invite that fella Gale, did you?
No.
Oh, that's good. Oh, he's nice enough. All that, you know, but runs around with Indians so much you couldn't have him in the house.
Well, why not?
Why not? Why, Judy, just couldn't, that's all.
Well, what have Indians got to do with it?
Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. Oh, I didn't know that you liked him.
Will you please stop imagining things? I don't like him.
Yeah, and I hope you do, Miss. Hope you do, Miss.
Well, it looks very promising. Very promising. Come back about 9.
All right. We'll be here.
Well, there's nothing like being ready, even at your own wedding.
I'm always ready. What is it, Winters?
A friend of yours is in town. Gale. He goes along circles will run better than 1,000 at a time. That means the Indian took him to the mine.
I've got you to thank for that.
He's coming back to my place at 9.
That's fine, Winters. Thank you very much. I won't forget you. Get busy. I want to see Gale in the morning, and I think we'll learn the location of that mine.
Well, if there's much as this stuff, you've struck it rich. Can't run less than 1,000 hold to the time.
That's all I wanted to know. Thanks.
Please be careful of that gun. It may be loaded.
It is loaded. Mind telling me what this is all about?
Oh, glad to be accommodating. Hasten wants to see you.
All right, where is he? Let's get it over with.
But you'll have to wait till morning. He's busy getting married right now.
Married?
Sure, ain't no law against it in this state.
Congratulations, Chet. You're getting the sweetest woman in this here whole territory.
Thank you, Bob.
Now, don't do it, Randy. Take my word for it. We'll be hung sure. Oh, listen, I'm old, but I've had experience. No woman's worth being hung for. Let's go.
Oh, shut up.
You look like you're more on that ring, huh? Look here, Judy. I got an idea this whole thing is some mistake.
Your idea's a little...
Oh, you sure?
Well, I am. Hasten to see you, Doc. He's out back.
Reckon he's got a bellyache. Well, so am I. Doggone it, they can't let me alone long enough to let me see my own daughter get married. Who wants me?
I do. Listen, you old fuss budget, are you crazy?
Yeah.
You've got to stop that in there.
I can't.
Well, I can.
Yeah.
Hurry, Judy. There's the march. Where's Dad? Waiting for you in his office.
Oh.
Daddy, what's the matter?
Window. Need air. Air.
There's a wedding going on in there.
What happened? I don't know. I asked Judy to open the window, and suddenly she disappeared. I heard somebody scream.
Somebody stole the bride.
No.
Get some of your friends and ride toward Queen City in case they head that way.
There they are. We can catch them before they get to the summit.
I think I know where they're headed. I'll follow them. Go back and round up the boys. I may need them.
White woman, squaw woman, just the same. Cannot tell which way they will jump.
Words of wisdom, Moya.
Would you mind taking me back to my father?
The last time I saw him, he was throwing you out of the house.
It's not true. You did it. And I hate you, both of you. Do you hear me? I hate you.
Mind giving me my coat? Pick that up.
I will not.
Are you going to pick that up?
You can't keep me here forever, you know. And when I get back, I'll...
Well, listen, Miss Belling, I tried to get Randy not to do
Oh,
this.
shut up.
Aren't you ashamed of yourself talking to a friend of mine like that? Where are your manners?
And you shut up, too.
Hey, that's my shirt and my breeches.
You're loaning them to Miss Belden.
Oh, Randy, I can't spare them.
Here, put these on. You'll be more comfortable.
I'm quite comfortable.
Well, put them on anyhow. I don't like to look at you in that outfit. And I'll give you 5 minutes. If you haven't changed by then, I'll figure you need help. We got a mine, a bonanza.
Bonanza is good.
Now, we'll have to pull a few ton of ore out of here, then we can build our mill.
We need more men.
All we can get.
I will go to my village. I will bring many Indians.
I have a feeling that I'll never live to make use of my field experience.
Saddle up, one man. Where's he going?
I'm glad you like him. Maybe I'll give him to you when we get married. Moya says if you give him his head, he'll take you straight back to the Indian village. So if you were caged and never make it too hot for me, that's what I'm going to do. Say, I love you, Judith. And besides, breakfast is ready. I said breakfast is ready.
board with some versatile rotation.
Which proves, Miss Belding, I'm not only a first-class mining engineer, but a great hunter, a good provider. Rabbit?
No.
I hate to do this, Ford, but Judith has refused our hospitality and she needs food. I'm afraid I'll have to resort to a bit of forceful feeding. Rabbit?
No.
Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Sure, rabbit.
Now, this isn't going to be easy. We'll take her time. Keep her under cover. You understand? What about Miss Judith? She's got sense enough to stay out of danger. If she hasn't, well, give me that gun.
Good, isn't it? Excuse me. Your coffee, Miss Belding?
I don't want any coffee.
Look, Judith. Suppose just for 5 minutes you stop acting like a kid that needs a spanking. Here it is. A great, big, beautiful day, and we're way up here in the mountains together.
What more could we possibly ask?
Right. And so far, you haven't even thanked me for what I did for you last night.
What?
I mean it, Judith. Well, I might have been shot. Did you ever think of that? But I had to get on the job and stop you from spoiling your young life.
Your hero stuff doesn't interest me.
Just think what a mess it would have been. You married the Kazan and all the time in love with me.
Well, such conceit.
Remember that night I brought Moya to your dad? I saw you weren't wearing Kazan's ring. And did that hand me a wallet?
You deserve several wallets.
All right. What do you say we start with number 1? Get in there. What are you firing at?
Anything, anybody.
Don't be a fool. We haven't much ammunition.
Oh, why did I ever take up mining engineering?
Well, what's the idea? Mike gets hit with a bullet. Oh, Jesus. We can hold off a while longer. Moya ought to be back with his men. More bullets. We only have a few left. Try to get to your village. Tell Moya.
We'll be next. I told you no one was hurt me.
There's the girl. Bring her back.
I can't stand this much longer.
It's empty. We're out of cartridges. That's the end of us.
Let's take them.
What are you doing, Ford?
I'm taking no chances, Doctor. You remember what happened at the last wedding.
Well, let somebody drive nails what knows how.
More is 25,000. 3 is 28. And 2 is 30. Now, the state's offering $30,000 for the cat of the kid, dead or alive. Now, we don't have to fight the law because they're the ones to pay off. This is the easiest money I've run up against. Now, Billy's a smooth customer. He shot his way out of a lot of traps, and we won't give him a chance. He's got to come by way of Coldwater Canyon, and we'll be waiting for him. Billy? I don't think so.
I don't usually mix into what don't concern me, but
Well, them that does don't live long.
but this time I feel I should. So I'm warning you not to go on through the canyon.
Why?
When you stop deep back there in town, you were recognized by some folks who figure on cashing in on the price Arizona's put on your head.
How come you're tipping us off?
Yeah, how come? There's two reasons. First, I don't believe you're as bad as you're painted. And second, I thought maybe you could help me.
In what way?
I came across the Arizona line to pick up some riders.
Look.
I can get you out of this if you'll follow me.
Go ahead. All right, old timer. Let's see how hard you're hit.
Never mind me. The border's a couple 100 yards ahead.
Fuzz, get me those bandages out of my saddlebags.
Well, it looks like we let $30,000 get away from us.
Yeah,
I guess.
Well, come on. You can't move him, Fuzz. He's hurt pretty bad.
Well, that'll mean going back to town for a doctor.
No, too dangerous. Why should you do that?
The danger didn't stop you from warning us.
Get me on a horse. I can make it.
I'll go on back to town and get a duck. You keep him quiet. Get back as fast as I can.
This could be called kidnapping.
I suppose it could, Dad. As long as a man's life depends on your being there, it doesn't worry me very much.
The sheriff should be notified of the shooting.
I haven't got time for that.
Afraid he'll recognize you?
What do you think?
I think he might, Billy.
It's the kid! After him!
riding and get across the border.
Hey, what does he mean, keep on riding?
We just ran into those fellas that tried to waylay us. Give them a little of their own medicine. That'd only mean more bloodshed. If you're not here, I can handle them. I hate to run out on you, Doc. I know you don't. But I know what's best. Now vamos and make it quick. I guess we better do as he says, Fuzz. You're the boss. Doc, thank him for us when he comes through, will you? You bet. Now get out.
Come on, Fuzz.
I'm a-telling you, we're jumping out of the frying pan into the fire riding over in these parts.
Take it easy, Fuzz. It's the only way we're going to help Dawson for what he did for us.
Well, I ain't complaining, but my Adam's apple's getting the jumps.
Take it easy, Fuzz. Nobody will be looking for us with a cow outfit. Maybe that's the reason Dawson can't get any men to ride for him.
We better ride over and see if we can find out who was shot at.
He's gone.
Don't reach for your guns. So, you killed another one of our men. You're afraid to give a man a chance, aren't you? Well, I'm not going to give you a chance either. I'm going to kill you as I would a rattlesnake. You're worse than a rattler. A rattler warns, at least.
Oh, now, lady, wait a second.
When it comes your turn, it makes a difference, doesn't it?
Well,
Keep your hand away from your holster.
I wasn't going to reach for no gun, ma'am. You see, we were riding down a trail and we heard some gunshots, and then we found this fella.
Keep your hands in the air, both of you, and turn around.
Hey, for a good-looking little gal, she's pretty tough. Don't let her fool you, Fuzz. She isn't as tough as she pretends. I hope not.
You can turn around now.
Are you convinced now that we didn't shoot your man?
Maybe you're all right, and maybe not.
Oh, why, we wouldn't harm a fly, ma'am.
Who are you, where are you going, and why?
I'm Fuzzy Q. Jones.
I'll do the talking, Fuzz.
Yeah, you go ahead. You do better than I can anyhow.
We've come from Arizona. Got enough of the country down there and more than enough of the people. Thought we'd come to New Mexico and see if we can't find a new job somewhere.
Then you're not Billy the Kid?
What'd you say, ma'am?
I said Billy the Kid. You've heard of him, haven't you?
Oh, yes. Sure.
Of course we've heard of him. I said we came from Arizona, didn't I? It's his home range. It's rumored down there he's headed south, across the border into Mexico.
We've been led to believe that he's a hired gunman for the Coulter outfit.
So that's it. You took me for this Billy the Kid and thought I killed your man for pay, huh?
Yes. There's a war on between the Circle X and the Double Box. I'm Mary Dawson. My dad, Sam Dawson, owns the Circle X.
You got a brother by the name of Ed?
Yes. Do you know him?
We've met him. That's why we're here.
After I've cooled down and talked to you, I don't believe you are the killer type.
Then you don't mind giving our guns back?
Of course not.
Thanks.
I'll ride back to the house and tell them about this killing. They'll send out a wagon.
Mind if we ride along with you, ma'am?
Well, if you do, you'll be considered taking sides.
Trouble doesn't worry us any.
Worries just get you more worries.
Come along, then. Oh, just a minute. You'd better reload your gun.
Mighty careful girl.
Yeah.
Fuzz, pick up that extra horse and let's go.
Well, that's Slim's horse they're bringing in.
Somebody killed Slim from ambush, Brandon.
We can't stand much more of that kind of stuff.
Where's Dad?
He's up at the house.
These two men have signed on for the drive.
Take Slim's horse and put it in the corral. And if you know what's good for you, you'll take yours and hightail it out of here.
And that goes for all of you.
I thought this outfit needed riders.
Well, any man that'll sign with the Dawson Drive is a fool.
We sign, mister. We don't like being called fools.
And you heard him. Yeah, but you don't know what you're running into.
Suppose you tell us.
Well, Slim is the fourth man that's been killed since we started the Circle X roundup. How many more are going to get it on the trail with this herd, I don't know. But I do know I won't be one of them.
As soon as the going gets tough, you quit, huh?
Exactly. Have you any objections?
No objections at all. That's your privilege. If you want to quit, you quit. But you leave Dawson's men out of this.
All right, boys. I'm going with Coulter. He'll pay us twice as much as you're getting here. You coming with me?
I don't like that kind of talk, mister.
You stay out of this. It's none of your affair.
I'm making it my affair because I don't like the way you do business.
Maybe there's something else you don't like about me.
Yeah. I don't like your face.
Well, now that you mention it, Fuzz, it could stand improving. You think you can do anything about it?
Let me see. Oh, that front view is very bad.
Listen, you get this monkey out of here, I'll tear him to bits.
Now, let me have a look at that profile. Oh, that's even worse. Oh, you hold still. Now, let me see. Yeah. Seems to be a hopeless case. But I think with a little working over, it could be improved.
Would you like to try it?
Yeah. Oh!
Watch him, Fuzz.
What's going on here?
Why,
Billy, you tell him.
Brandon there was trying to get your riders to quit.
Yeah, we thought it'd be better to lose one man than all of them.
He said he was going over to work for a fellow by the name of Coulter, whoever he is.
Coulter, he's a cattle buyer over at Cold Springs.
Brandon running out on us leaves us without a trail boss for the cattle drive.
Well, maybe Ed'll be back.
I don't think he will, Mr. Dawson.
Well, he knows we have to make a delivery date.
Do you know where we can reach him?
Yes, ma'am.
Where?
Well, I knew you'd worry about him, so I wasn't going to say anything.
What do you mean?
Well, he's been in a shooting scrape across the border.
Is he all right?
Yes, ma'am, but he's wounded. Doc Arnold over in Tonto's taking care of him. He'd be laid up a couple of weeks.
You're sure of that?
Oh,
There ain't nothing to worry about, ma'am.
How did it happen?
well, he was helping Fuzzy and I out of a jam.
Yeah, and to sort of repay him, why, we thought we'd ride over here and...
You know anything about handling cattle on a drive?
Handling cattle on a drive? Why, he drove a herd of cattle from across the state of Texas into Dodge City. He even gained weight on the trail.
You're exaggerating a little bit there, Fuzz.
No, I ain't tell it.
Well, I need a trail boss. Do you want the job?
Sure we do.
We'd like to help you out, Mr. Dawson.
Well, it's going to be a tough grind. We're short-handed.
We'll do the best we can, won't we, fellas?
All right, you'd better get some rest. We start at sunup in the morning.
Come on, Fuzz, let's water our horses.
I can't help wishing your brother was heading this drive.
So do I, Dad. But under the circumstances, we're lucky.
Bunch of cattle you're sending to market, Mr. Dawson?
None better in the state.
We're putting a lot of trust in you, Mr.
Barney, Bill Barney.
Hey, we never let a friend down yet, do we, Billy?
Not if we could help it, Bud.
You both look good to me. Well, goodbye and good luck to you.
Come on. Come on, Bud.
Brandon will never take the beating and humiliation those fellas handed him without trying to get even.
Oh, they seem perfectly able to take care of themselves.
Round up the men and get ready to ride while I go in and see Calder.
All right.
I'm sorry I can't make it more, Darby, but this is the best I can do.
You realize you're taking a chance of never finding these cattle. I'll see you before you leave town.
We picked up the Dawson herd about 35 miles down the trail. Good.
Are they short-handed?
I'll say they are. This is one time it paid me to have you on the inside, Brandon.
Listen, we'll stampede him early in the morning. He'll run wild after a good night's rest.
It'll be up to you, Elkins, to see that we get a clear title to the Circle X brand.
I haven't failed yet, have I? Dawson or his trail boss will be in to recover what they can.
Well, this time it's important, because when I come out in the open as owner of the double box, there's going to be a lot of wailing. And I want to be in the clear as far as these brands is concerned.
With Dawson broke, you'll control practically all the cattle in the territory, won't you?
Well, there'll still be some little fellas to take care of, but the hard work will be over.
Be sure you do a good job this time.
Listen, we'll scatter that herd from one end of New Mexico to the other. It'll take us a month to pick them up. See you later.
Wait a minute. Tell the boys to be sure where they're shooting at. They almost hit me when they run off that Darby bunch.
You know it's hard to tell who a man is when the cattle get running.
Well, they're off again. Bet you before the week's over, some rancher will be in town, taking what he can get from Calder, like we did.
Maybe some of these days they'll meet up with somebody not like us.
Well, they haven't got enough men to stop them once we get them running.
That ought to be easy.
We'll hit them from both sides in the rear.
That way we'll split the herd wide open.
I'll wait here with my men till you and Turner get in position.
Right. All right, put your mask on.
You take care of them over there. Buzz, go on.
All right, you talk, mister, and talk fast.
I just heard the shooting and the cattle running and come over to see what it was about.
You mean you didn't help stampede him?
No.
Then what made you run for it?
Well, I found myself being shot at, and I tried to get away. There ain't no rounding up them cattle. They're scattered over 9 counties. Oh, you got one of them raiders, eh?
Yeah. You got me all wrong.
I'll match you to see who finishes him.
I wasn't with them raiders. My name's Elkins. I work for a cattle buyer by the name of Calder.
Calder?
Yeah, I was going to make you an offer for the herd and save you a trip into the rail junction.
I'm afraid it's a little too late for that now.
Well, maybe you can sell us what's left.
Take a month of Sundays to gather in them cattle.
Now, wait a minute, Fuzz. Wouldn't hurt to listen to Calder's proposition. Let's get our horses.
Hiya, partner. Was Dan Kelly. What's he doing?
I'll go in and tell Calder what happened.
Hey, Billy, I want you to meet a friend of mine, Dan Kelly.
Glad to meet you.
How do you do? Say, what brings you here?
Oh, we had a little trouble. Billy and me were driving a herd of cattle through.
Wait a minute. Don't tell me. You're driving a herd through? Now on that trail you had your crew shot up. And your cattle stampeded?
That's right.
And Elkins showed up and told you about selling what was left to Calder?
That's exactly what happened.
Jensen and me had the same deal pulled on us, and there were plenty of others.
Sounds interesting. I want to talk to you two after we're through inside.
We'll be waiting. Stick around.
From the Dawson outfit?
Yeah.
Sorry you had trouble. How large was the herd?
1,500 head.
Yeah, all prime stock, too.
Too bad Elkins didn't get in touch with you a couple of days ago.
Well, if he had, we'd have saved Dawson's cattle for him.
I didn't know they were shipping this late in the season.
You're supposed to know that's what you're paid for. Could you make a deal for Dawson?
No, but I can take him whatever offer you make.
Tell him I'll set my crew to work and round up whatever we can of his herd.
How long do you think it'll take, and how many head do you think you'll get back?
Oh, it's hard to say. Probably take a month, and we'll be lucky if we get 300 or 400.
What are you willing to pay?
Oh, say $30 a head.
The market price is 60.
That's right. But how do I know I won't run the same risk as you did? For the rustlers working in this section, I'll be taking the same chance as Dawson did.
If you run the same risk as Dawson did, I'll be surprised. And so will you. This looks like a cut-and-dried proposition.
What do you think?
Stampeding 1,500 head of cattle to buy 300 at half price doesn't make sense. There's something bigger behind this, and I'm going to find out what it is.
You're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe not. But I'll know the answer when I get Dawson's cattle back.
And remember, what he says he means, too.
Come on, Fuzz. Reckon we go to talk where nobody will hear us.
Get your horses and follow us. There's quite a few of us in town that have lost our cattle to Calder.
Well, haven't you tried to get the goods on him?
Yeah, but we haven't been able to prove anything. His tracks are covered too good.
I think there's one way we can beat him in his own game.
How?
You know the men that Calder has working for him?
Yeah, some of them.
Well, we'll organize a trail patrol. When there's a herd coming through, we'll know it, and we'll see if they get through.
Well, Jensen and me will go out and round up every man that's been hurt by Calder.
That's fine. Now, Fuzzy here will help you.
What happens to you?
I gotta go and let Dawson know his herd's been lost. Expect me when you see me, Fuzz.
Isn't that Billy?
Yes. You didn't expect him back this soon, did you?
No.
You're back early.
Yes, I ran into some trouble, Mr. Dawson.
What kind of trouble? Did the riders quit?
No, sir, the herd was stampeded on us. Being short-handed, we didn't have a chance to stop them.
Are you sure you tried?
I don't understand, Miss Mary. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. Did you try to stop the stampede?
Of course. We did everything possible. When it was too late to do any good, why, I ran into some other cattle outfits that had been through the same section that ran into the same trouble.
Well, knowing that I'm not alone in this doesn't make me feel any better.
You know Dad counted on the money from those cattle.
Certainly. That's why I'm going back to Cold Springs. I'm not through yet.
Sure you're going back to spend the money.
Mary, what are you saying?
I found this tacked on the corral fence this morning. He's Billy the Kid, all right. There's no doubt about it.
I've never denied that, Mr. Dawson.
You didn't have to use your guns this time. Oh, no. We gave you everything. I'll regret it as long as I live that I didn't shoot you when I had the opportunity.
Now, wait a minute, both of you. Quarreling isn't going to do any good. Mary, somehow I can't help but think you're wrong.
How can I be wrong? He's Billy the Kid, isn't he?
Yes, but even if what you think is so, why did he come back to tell us about the stampede?
I don't know. And I don't care.
I'm sorry she feels that way about it, Mr. Dawson.
And naturally, she's a bit upset, and as a matter of fact, so am I.
You know, I think Colt is behind all this. I'm going back to town and see if I'm right.
Well, with the law hot after you, it's not much you can do.
Yeah, we've taken the law into our own hands. We've made up a trail patrol. The boys are out working now. I'll see you later.
Now, I calculate you'll ride down through those trees the same as they did with us. We'll have to get around in front of them.
Yeah.
Gosh, I wish Billy was here, but he ain't. I reckon it's up to me. Come on.
All right, split them up like we did before, then I'll go to work.
Your job's pretty easy, ain't it? Now, the minute we spot Culler's men riding, we'll cut in between them and the herd.
All right, get going.
Here they come. Get ready. Come on. hard a beat that Kohler won't get.
That's just the beginning.
Keep walking.
2 guns trained on you.
One false move and we'll fill you full of lead.
Turn in here. You'll find the door open. What's the idea of the gunplay, Kohler?
You're horning in on a private game, mister.
I'm only returning the compliment. You did the same thing to me when you stampeded Dawson's cattle.
Before you're found in an alley full of lead, I want to know who you are and what you're after.
It's the same as I talked to you the last time. Dawson's herd.
For yourself or Dawson?
Drop those guns.
Do as he says.
Now throw them on the table. No hard feelings, Kohler. But I couldn't let you kill me. And I don't want to kill you. Not just yet.
Your face looks mighty familiar to me.
It's going to be a lot more familiar before I'm through.
And I've seen you someplace.
That's possible. I'm pretty much on the jump all the time.
Who are you?
What difference does that make?
I got it. You're Billy the Kid.
So?
Things are beginning to clear up.
In what way?
If I'd have known you were after the Dawson beef, I'd have made a deal with you.
Well, there's still time to do that.
Well, I'd cut you in right now, but I can't. When you started making trouble for us, I shipped every steer with a Circle X brand over the border.
Yeah? How do I know you're not stolen?
I'm after big game. It'll pay you to throw in with me instead of fighting me.
That might be arranged, Coulter, after we settle this Dawson matter. I still got money coming to me on that deal.
Well, I won't have the cash till the stage gets in tomorrow.
Are you sure that you'll have it then?
There's no doubt about it.
And this big deal that you're talking about, what's that?
That'll come later.
All right, I'll drop in tomorrow sometime.
Fudge, you stay here and cover me. I don't like this. Neither do I. It's the only way to get Dawson's money back. Stay where you are, miss. You won't get hurt. Drop that gun, mister. You have an express shipment for Coulter over in Cold Springs, haven't you? Hand it over. I'm sorry if I frighten you, ma'am.
You didn't.
That's good.
I hope I'm around the day they catch you and hang you.
Take the lady into town.
Get up.
Billy the Kid and Fuzzy Junior.
Dawson was on that stage.
Did she recognize you?
I don't think so. Come on.
I was held up down the road a ways.
Kohler had a shipment coming in on this stage, didn't he?
That's what he was after and got.
Did you recognize anyone?
No, it was a one-man job. He had his face covered.
I can tell you who it was. It was Billy the Kid.
Are you sure of that, lady?
I'm positive. I saw Fuzzy from the side to meet him when we pulled away.
How come you know him?
They started from the Circle X over in Tonto with a herd of cattle and claimed they lost them around here someplace.
I heard something about that.
Who are you, lady?
I'm Mary Dawson. My dad owns the Circle X.
Oh, I see.
I'm looking for this man Coulter you mentioned. Where can I find him?
We work for him. I'll ride back to town with you.
It's a good idea. I'll try and pick up the kid's trail.
All right. Get going and hustle him along.
Get up!
According to Miss Dawson, Billy the Kid held up the stage and made off with your money.
And after agreeing to a split, the kid played me for a sucker.
That sounds as though you and he were working together.
Well, that's what I thought. But now I know I was wrong.
I can see I made a mistake coming here to see you.
I wonder if the kid's on the level about delivering the Circle X beef to the rail junction.
You mean he wasn't lying about the herd being stampeded?
No, he wasn't. He upset my plan and I upset his. What do you mean he wasn't lying?
He rode over to Tonto and told Dad and me what happened. I didn't believe him then, but I do now. I know he took your money to return to Dad.
If she's right, he'd be looking for her here in town.
Well, he won't find her because Turner's taking her off the ranch.
Why take a chance like that?
With her in our hands, it won't make any difference whether or not the kid gives the money to Dawson.
Why won't it?
Because Sam Dawson will be glad to give us a clear title to the Circle X to get her back.
And what do you think will happen to you then?
When we combine your place with the double box and the other ranches we own, we'll be the law.
You mean you own the double box?
I've always owned it. Take her out the back way.
I'll help you out of town with her.
I'll be on later to get her to write a letter explaining things.
You hunt up Mary. Tell her to get that money in the bank right away. Why don't we both hunt up Miss Mary and take his money back to Mr. Dawson and call it a day?
And let Kohler get away with what he's doing? No, Fuzz, we're in this thing and we're going to see it through.
Oh, I got that feeling I get in my stomach when there's trouble in the air.
Yeah, you're just imagining things.
Maybe so, but I still got that
Oh,
feeling.
forget it, Fuzz. Forget it.
All right. I always have to carry things around.
Well, well. So you finally got around to dropping in, huh?
Yeah, I usually try to keep my word.
Somehow I didn't think you would this time.
Well, there was no sense in dropping around until the stage got in.
You're a smart kid, but not smart enough.
Oh. So the girl recognized me, huh?
Yeah. And she was foolish enough to come in and tell me about it.
What's the next move, Coulter?
Seeing that I have the girl and you, I want that money you lifted from the stage.
Over, kid.
Take his gun. See if he's got the money on him.
Hey, Buzz, come on. Don't let him get away. Billy the Kid, let's get him. I'm going to try to get one of those men. You keep going. That's the kid's horse, but the kid ain't riding him. He's got elk. Trail them and find out where they take Elkins. I have to see Kohler. The kid outsmarted us. He got away and took Elkins with him.
Are you sure?
Yes, but I got Brandon trailing them to find out where they take him.
If they're able to break him down and make him talk before we get to Circle X, we're through.
I don't think they'll be able to.
We can't take any chances.
You want me to handle it?
Can you?
Sure. As soon as Brandon reports, I'll manage to get to wherever he is. After that, it'll be easy. Slater, come here.
You gotta get me out of here.
I can't right now. There's too many around.
They're gonna hang me if I don't tell them where Mary Dawson is.
Just keep your nerve and everything will be all right. Here, take this gun and put it out of sight. I have a horse waiting for you up among the rocks. I'll be watching from there. The next time they come in, I'll fire a couple of shots to attract their attention. That'll give you a chance to use the gun and make a break.
I knew you and Kohler wouldn't let me down.
I got a beater now. Be ready when you hear the shots. Everything's set. The kid's headed for the shack.
It's your last chance, Elkins. Either you talk.
I wonder where he got that gun.
I'm wondering more about how he missed it at such close range.
Damn thing seems to be all right. Well, what do you know? Every one of them is blanks.
You're right, Fuzz.
Let me see.
Whoever gave you that gun, Elkins, didn't want you to have a chance.
Yeah, they framed you, figuring you'd tell us where Mary Dawson is.
They're holding her Kohler's house in the valley.
There's nothing more we can do for him.
I reckon not. Didn't I hear a couple of shots down
Yes,
there?
I'll tell you about it later. Right now, we're heading for Kohler's ranch. They're holding Mary Dawson there. Come on.
Hold her here.
Yeah. Elkins is taken care of. Good. Now all we have to do is to get this letter into Dawson's hands. Sign that.
You expect me to sign this?
Well, what do you think I wrote it for? I'm going to write that letter once more, and you'll sign it if you know what's good for you.
We'll take her by surprise. Split up and hit them from all sides. Now, what are you going to do? I'm going to try to get into the house and locate Mary before the fireworks start.
For the last time, are you going to sign this?
And for the last time, no.
Hey, Jensen, you keep him busy. I'll try to get around behind him.
All right, up with them.